You're obviously there's the exhibit that's at it's the Hip Hop to Infinity.
Yeah.
Which is Mass Appeal's putting on. How much of your work is on display there?
Me and Mass Appeal go back to the magazine.
Before Nas owned Mass Appeal,
right?
It was it was like almost like an underground magazine that certain little record stores would have.
Yeah, it was
dope photos, high quality, high integrity.
Yeah, it was badass, that magazine.
Even the paper was different. The cover was like a different type of.
It was high end, like you say. It wasn't like these cheap magazines.
Right.
It was dope, and then I had a section there called Rides and Rims. Mm-hmm. It was a 2-page section, and we'd feature cars in there, like car culture, because they didn't want it to be too much East Coast, so they wanted to spread it out, throughout the states and L.A., New York, the Bay.
Because it was a very East Coast publication for sure. Yeah.
So we ended up having those 2 pages in there, and ended up doing other features for them. I shot a cover of Eminem and Rakim for them, and a couple of, different spreads, mixed throughout the years that I worked with them. And then it came to, I did a documentary, like some consulting on the LA riots with them. And the next documentary I did with them was called Insane in the Brain. It was a documentary about Cypress Hill.
That's the one on Showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was like,
That was what, a year ago? A year and a half ago?
2022,
yeah,
I think.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, so that was like another perfect movie for me to follow up with LA Originals. And the next thing was this art show, and they've been doing it around the world in other places, but this is the first time that's had this much of my work in it. I have my own room towards the back, and it said they asked me to put my elements of what hip hop means to me. So I did one wall of memorabilia that I have of me and Cypress Hill, like the jerseys and the clothes we used to take, and the gold and platinum records and the DAT tapes from the shows and different things like that. And then I did a wall of Nipsey Hussle. My friend Downtown Daniel did a mural. And 1959, he also did a mural of Nipsey. But the one of Downtown Daniel has the actual reference picture that he would look at and test the colors on that, and then he'd do the mural on the wall downtown off 4th and Alameda. So I have the original photo, the reference picture, and then I have a photo of him doing it, and then I have his first painting that he's ever done for like galleries, and it's all the same image of Nipsey. And then I have my bike in there. And on another wall, I have lowriding, like memorabilia from all the years I've been lowriding. And the other wall is like a gangster wall, because to me, what sets LA hip hop aside from other cities is lowriding. There's always a lot of lowriders in our videos and our imagery. Mm-hmm. And there's the gangster element.
Yeah, the gang culture's
starting with NWA, So on that wall, I have letters and envelopes and handkerchiefs. They call them paños. Mm-hmm. That my homies Big Lucky and Lepke would send me. So you can see all that prison artwork. Then I have the original tattoo machine that I made for a cartoon. He tattooed me, the very first cartoon tats, in a box with some Tupperware cups that were sent to me from prison. And then on the side of that, there's a whole wall of Teen Angel magazines, which was an old gangster magazine that you could pretty much only find in LA or the Bay.
Wow.
And it's instinct now, or what do they call it?
Out of print, done?
Yeah, it's out of print.
Out of circulation, yeah.
And then Teen Angel died some years back. So, but I have a show coming up with Teen Angel at Beyond the Streets in June.
Oh,
so
fine.